Hello, my name is Derrick and I'm a GMAT expert here at Magoosh. And I'm here to share with you what is a top GMAT score, answer that question, and then what are some of the steps you can take along your GMAT journey to earn your higher score. So let's first talk about a top GMAT score. This varies. There is no one blanketed score that will get you into every school. I've seen working with students earn in the 720s and the 750s and get dinged by schools within the top 10 and 15 in the U.S. News rankings. I've also seen students that I've worked with that scored in the 600s and got into the top 3 or 5 schools. So there's no one perfect GMAT score that'll get you into school. The GMAT score is one area of your application. So don't get too bogged down into the numbers. Do very well, take the test often. I suggest to my students 2 to 3 times to take the exam. Some even may have to take it 4 times, but you want to make sure that you're putting together your best score on test day. Now, with that being said, let's talk more about just what are some of the steps you can take on your GMAT journey to improve your score. So step number 1, create a plan. We at Magoosh have various different plans that you can use, study schedules, as we like to call them, to plan out your GMAT journey. Expect to study a lot more if you're looking to increase your score by a substantial amount. Meaning around 50 to 100 points. So let's say you scored in the in the mid 500s and you were looking to get like a 650, 700. Expect to study for 6 months or greater. Those of you who are looking for maybe a smaller increase at a lower level, let's say 550 to a 600 or maybe a 530 to like a 550, you can expect to study a little bit less time because you probably just have to fine tune your mechanics a bit to earn that score. Your GMAT score is not an indicator of how smart you are. It's more so a focus of your preparation for the exam and how well you take tests, right? Various people have various different experiences when it comes to taking the GMAT and test taking in general. So don't let the score or the number defeat you. You can improve your score with the proper practice and working alongside a test prep provider such as us at Magoosh. Always happy to help. In addition to creating a plan, you want to also have the proper materials needed to study. So in addition to using Magoosh's platform, which I think is great, especially for us having all the videos for multiple questions, you want to use the official guide. The official guide is the basic bedrock of a solid study practice. The official guide are retired questions from the GMAT, the actual writers of the exam, and these questions allow you to get a firsthand experience as to what you will face on test day. So check out the official guide. My suggestion is that you will get the most recent 3 years of the guide. So we're in 2021. My suggestion is go as far back as 2017, 2018. I've even seen people go all the way back to 2010. My advice on that is after a few years, you get into questions that have been retired and been used by various different test prep providers. So it's becoming a diminishing return of using those books. So I would say the first 3 years of 2021, 2020, 2019, and even into 2018 will probably provide the best level of benefits. And in addition to getting the official guide, to really see your score increase and to earn those top level scores, not only just do the official guide from front to back, but also create an error log. I provided a link to my article that I have where I discuss with you the proper way of completing an error log. The error log is your secret weapon to really gaining great success on the GMAT. A lot of students overlook the error log because it's the one tool that you create on your own. So this tool is not necessarily provided by Magoosh. Yes, we provide you a template, but in order to fill it out and get the most use of it, you have to sit there diligently after you practice a complete item set, which is a selection of maybe 4, 8, 12, or 16 questions, and go in and really take a deep dive and understand what you got wrong and what are some of the things you're looking to fix. So again, check out the blog post I wrote about error logs to learn more about that. Another thing to consider is planning out when you're going to take your practice exams. And so with our study schedules here at Magoosh, we provide you sort of set times along your scheduling where you should take a practice exam. Our first suggestion would be to take an official practice exam provided by the GMAT. This is the closest thing you can get to the real exam. It's a study pack that comes when you register the exam. You get 2 for free. And these 2 exams, I would say you take one in the beginning of your study just to get a feel of what the exam is going to be like. And then after you study for about 3 to maybe 5 weeks, giving it a second shot and getting an understanding of just how the pacing feels. When you first take the GMAT, it's going to be a very different experience. Unlike a paper test, when you could flip back and forth from question 1 to 31, or 35, the GMAT makes you answer that question once it pops up on the screen, and you cannot see the next question going after until you answer the question in front of you. This is going to be a different feel, but the quicker you throw yourself into that GMAT fire, the better you will be along with studying and preparing for the exam. In addition to taking the first 2 free practice exams, our suggestion at Magoosh is to check out our practice test, where you will get more of a refined process of understanding how to answer questions. The official guide does a great job of providing questions, but where Magoosh really sets ourselves apart is that we have video tutorials on how to answer every question the way that it's traditionally answered, probably in the book and the official guide. And then we have a few sneaky little tips and tricks that you can use that will help save you time, which is the most valuable resource you have on the exam, is your time. Then, after you've taken the Magoosh exams and the official practice, you can also purchase 4 more practice exams. You can have a total of 6 practice exams from the official GMAT test prep makers. And you can reset these exams as you take them to continue to use the questions in the question banks. We have a special at Magoosh where we provide you a discounted rate for taking these official guide exams. So check them out. We're happy to provide you that discount to really help you prepare for the exam. I would say last but not least, on getting a top score, I'm all focused on mindset and taking care of yourself, right? When you watch my videos, I always stress to you, success in the GMAT comes from how you prepare outside of the GMAT. Make sure you're eating well, getting enough rest, and preparing yourself mentally for this challenge. Mental health is essential to test preparation and for successfully being prepared on that test day. So make sure you're finding ways to meditate, take walks if you can. Just find ways to get outside and give yourself the proper healing of the power of the sunlight and various other ways of putting yourself in the elements and giving yourself a level of rest and peace. In addition to that, finding a way of creating habits or maybe some ways of exercising. Even just a simple memory game or just a quick walk around the block. Things that help break up your study time, but you also find enjoyment and give you a level of exertion to relieve some of that test prep anxiety. So to get that top score, it has more to do with your preparation around your prep test that you take and how you take care of yourself. But also don't focus too much necessarily on the score and focus more on the process. I would tell you this from firsthand experience. There's very rarely a time where you will perform, poorly during your practice exams and poorly during your studying and not taking well of yourself, that you come to the exam day and then everything just clicks and then you get a 700. You practice how you play, give great intensity with your study schedule, stick to it, find a study buddy, work with them, and then this will be a great way for you to stay motivated during this process. Your undergraduate grades you cannot change. Your past work experience you cannot change, but you do have full power over your GMAT score. And with the proper preparation, you can earn the highest you can in your GMAT score and giving you the best opportunity, the best chance of getting into your dream school, but not necessarily even your dream school, but the right MBA program for you. Like I mentioned before, we have blog posts that talks about ways to improve your GMAT score and using the error log. But until next time, click the link below, subscribe, like this video if you agree with some of the practices that I shared with you. Leave a comment. Let us know what type of videos you would like to see. And just be on the lookout for more and more content coming from us at Magoosh. And if you have any questions that are, imperative and you need them answered right now, feel free to reach out to us at help@magoosh.com and reference this video. Be happy to chat with you online and look forward to working with you and joining you along your GMAT journey. Until then, stay sharp and study hard. Take care.